everything that can go wrong with a CIS injector. Before I jump into this video, I just wanted to say thank you to one of my subscribers. Yannick had sent me a screenshot of someone saying that they couldn't keep their car on the road without my input. And I can't remember the name of the user or what site it was on, but I just wanted to say thanks. I also wanted to remind all of you that it's probably not me, it's probably your hard work that is keeping your Mercedes on the road, because that's the #1 ingredient. So if somebody gets something off of this channel that they can use, makes me feel very good. But I want you to know that for the thousands of you that are committed to driving a 40-year-old Mercedes and doing your own maintenance and repair, you guys keep me in the game. So thanks. Today we're going to talk about these. Now I know it's been a while since I've done a technical video, but I think that the failure patterns of these CIS injectors are not well understood. And so we're going to look at 5 different issues on your classic Mercedes and how they could be an injector. Now, what is a CIS injector? These are the injectors that were used with Bosch CIS or CISE fuel systems, also known as K-Jetronic if you have a warm-up regulator, and KE-Jetronic if you have an electro-hydraulic actuator. The design of the injectors between the two systems was not that different. There are 2 distinct differences between high pressure and low pressure injectors. Low pressure injectors use a coarse thread. They also have their part number stamped here on the side. So this is an 047. It's a lower pressure injector. So it'll be used on any car with a fuel distributor and any car with a single fuel pump, such as a 190E 2.3 or a 300E, 300SE, 260E, 190E, 2.6, etc. And then there are the fine thread injectors, which were used exclusively on CISE or KE Jetronic cars. Some examples would be all of the V8 126 cars starting in 1986. Same for 107. Same for M104 engines with dual fuel pumps. Same for early M119 engines. Now we're going to talk about what happens when these injectors start to go. So failure mode #1, diminished fuel economy. If you have a 560 SEL or SL and you're getting about 14 miles per gallon and you have original injectors, you know your EHA is working well and is probably recently replaced. If you have a car like a 560 SEL or 560 SL and you notice diminished fuel economy, or any Mercedes that has this system and you notice diminished fuel economy, your injectors may play a part in this, especially if you have something like an EHA that is working perfectly or brand new, or you have a rebuilt warm-up regulator and fuel distributor but you didn't replace these. And one of the reasons why it is so important that these things get updated regularly is because fuel economy is one of the most affected variables that I guess you could say is tied to the age and type of the injector. Now, originally these injectors were steel-bodied injectors would develop rust and pitting in their pinhole, and so you'd get irregular spray patterns. And as injectors wear, they spray too much fuel. This extra fuel doesn't necessarily lead to an improvement in performance because it's not atomizing properly. Instead of it causing the car to perform better, you actually may notice less power, because unatomized fuel does not lead to better performance. It just leads to more carbon, more hydrocarbons, more unburned gas. So if you have a rather big Mercedes engine and you notice your fuel economy is, below 15 miles per gallon, all other things aside, replacing your injectors will increase your fuel economy to about 16 or 17 miles per gallon. And I'm not joking either. Not. Failure mode number 2, difficult hot starts. Now, if you have any of these Mercedes and you've recently replaced your accumulator and you continue to have poor hot starting, it's a good idea to have a look at your injectors. Even the new brass injectors can wear after 60 to 80,000 miles, where they will leak down out of the tip. That means when you shut the engine off, instead of line pressure being trapped in the injector, it leaks past the tip. Now, when we get a car in that has original injectors, unless it's got 20,000 miles and impeccable maintenance, 100% of the time, the injectors leak down to an unacceptable degree. That means when I crack the lines in the fuel distributor and I wiggle the little metal line, instead of a little spritz of fuel coming out, nothing comes out. When everything is working right, after about an hour, if you crack the lines and all the injectors are healthy, there will be trapped line pressure in those little lines going from the fuel distributor to the injector. But as the injectors age, that becomes impossible. The best case scenario is the line pressure drops to 0 and there's still some fuel in the line. The worst case scenario is the line pressure not only drops to 0, but all the fuel leaks out into the engine and evaporates. And then you have to crank the motor, or you'll get 2 other failure modes. You'll start the car, it'll crank for a second, fire, and then die, and then you have to crank it again for a while, and then it builds up pressure. This could also be a misadjusted electrohydraulic actuator, so please keep that in mind. Failure mode number 2, you start the car and it has a very rough start, indicating some injectors are completely leaking down and some are not. But it'll idle rough for about 30 to 50 seconds and then it'll clean itself up as fuel fills the lines again. So that's the second mode of failure. Mode of failure number 3, clogged injectors. On cars that have been sitting for a long time, it never fails to leave me utterly baffled. I mean, cars that have been sitting for 15, 20 years. Why somebody would go through the trouble to clean out the tank, but not replace the injectors. All of that crud that built up in the tank is still in the injectors. No amount of injector cleaner is going to get it out because it has altered the tip of the injector. The tip is altered, it is deformed, it has corrosion and pits in it. Now, what happens when you have these deposits in the injectors? Well, the number one thing is restriction. So you'll have some injectors that are spraying too much because they're worn out, but some that are spraying very little fuel, sometimes even no fuel. And again, this is primarily on cars that have sat for decades. And what will happen is you'll get this very rough acceleration. You'll have no power. The engine will feel very restricted. You'll look at the fuel distributor and you'll find that Mickey tried to rebuild it and left his name on it, but nobody changed injectors. And so one of the things that I find so funny is that on very low mileage R107 cars, because let's face it, okay, everybody's dream is to find an R107 that's in pristine condition, that's been sitting for 25 years in their neighbor's garage or some guy's garage down the street from them, you know, whether it's a 560 or a 380 or, you know, even a 500. Somebody every day wakes up with that dream or that ambition and they say, you know, one day I'm going to find a 107 like that. And they go through the trouble of replacing the fuel pump, cleaning out the tank, you know, flushing the fuel system over and over again, hoping that Techron will clean the injectors out. It's not going to do it. You've got to replace the injectors. Last failure mode we're going to discuss. Injector partial blockages on running cars. Now, why does this happen? Well, it depends on how sensitive the car is, but I find this is a big problem on M104 and M119 engines. You don't get a full-on blockage. The car hasn't sat for years. It's actually been in regular service, but it went for a long time without fuel filter services. It's been a while since the car really had a good clean tank of gas run through it, and there's some varnish or some fine contaminants in the fuel system. And what we find is that these cars have such a, especially the M104 engines with KE Jetronic, they have such, I'm going to say, stringent requirements for fuel delivery. Fuel delivery actually on these is quite lean compared to something like a 560 SEL. So you don't get as much fuel pressure, wham! You don't get the fuel distributor delivering as much high pressure fuel through the injectors. So because of this, they're more prone to these deposits. And when you go to accelerate the car, you find that they have a flat spot during the part of the power band where the M104 engine is weakest. Now, the M104 engine is not actually a bad engine with this system. I actually like it better than the later engine with HFM SFI or even Motronic injection like a late S320. I like the system, but what I've noted is that when the injectors have more than 60,000 miles, and you start to notice this sluggishness, this flat spot when you're trying to accelerate through 20, 30, 40 miles an hour, then eventually it clears up. And that's because the injectors cannot allow enough fuel to pass. When the engine goes into very rich running mode, where it needs all that fuel to build power, you don't notice. And after it leans out, you know, when you're doing 70, 80 miles an hour, it's fine, but it's that hump. And on some cars, I've seen it where it's so bad, the cars just have no power at all. You know, I was a little naive when I first started working on those cars, but my friend Robbie Link's 300 SL had this issue after I did a cylinder head. And I said, what's the problem with this car? Why does it have no power? Turns out 3 out of the 6 injectors were blocked and not delivering no fuel, but just not delivering enough fuel to make the engine really perform like it was supposed to. So these are the failure modes of this injector. Please go take this information and use it wisely so that your KE or K-Jetronic injected Mercedes runs well. Don't scrimp on the injectors. Try to use ethanol gas when it's available. Ethanol-free gas when it's available. And most importantly, this is a job you can do yourself. Other than the injectors, which must come from Bosch, get your seals all from Mercedes. Get the right tools. Clean the engine compartment where the injectors sit up so you don't get sand in the engine. Clean it up really good. You will be amazed at how much these help your car. Thank you guys for subscribing, and thank you for all of your support out there on the web. To all of my 50,800 subscribers. It's nice to see you guys again. Happy New Year. And I'll be back with more great technical information.
Nice.